Quality Improvement for Surgical Teams, or QIST Infection Collaborative, is an ambitious project that's pulling together 30 NHS trusts from across England to work together to reduce the risk of surgical site infection in patients having hip or knee replacement surgery. The relatively simple intervention involves screening and the treatment of body washes and nasal gels to remove a common pathogen from patients' skin before they undergo their operation. It's been shown this reduces the risks of devastating surgical site infections by around 60%.
What we're aiming to do here is screen patients, or perhaps treat all patients who are coming in for surgery and prevent them getting surgical site infections with Staph aureus, which is a very common bug. They will hopefully leave the collaborative not only having transformed this pathway in their own trust, but also hopefully hungry for more interventions in the future, so it becomes easier to introduce change.
I think this is a really unique and quite an exciting opportunity for trusts all over the country to join together in a common cause for improvements in patient care. As we understand more about the relationship between good pre-operative preparation and post-operative outcomes, I think this is a real opportunity for us to concentrate on a very specific area of clinical practice and then expand that learning across other areas. I think by using the knowledge, the techniques that the team are bringing to us, I think the robustness of the evaluation of the interventions that we're making and using some very strong research principles to be able to clearly identify cause and effect and improvement linked to the specific interactions that we're putting in place, I think is really positive.
I think like all trusts we're quite diverse in our settings because we're not just one hospital. We need to be able to work together across all of our sites to be able to present a force for good for our patients.
Our main problem is with infection rates within trauma and some of the other specialist services we offer, and I think this would be an ideal opportunity to get it right and to reduce that high infection rate that we know exists within our trust. Within orthopaedics in Aintree, we've not been a big research department. If we can implement and run something like this as a group involving research, development teams and other members, then I think that will be a great bonus for our department and improve quality at the same time.
Currently, the surveillance for infection is only for 3 months. What we hope to do in future is to continuously monitor infections. Then we'll be able to say if we have reduced infections or not.
We're actually a partnership of 4 trusts rather than a trust ourselves. We're a planned elective centre, so when patients are readmitted with a surgical site infection, they aren't really likely to be admitted to us. So maybe our staff may not have that first-hand experience of seeing what the impact of surgical site infection can look like, particularly if it's a devastating one. I think raising the profile of surgical site infections among staff and patients can only sort of help, where people know what to look out for and the things that both staff and patients themselves can do to help prevent infection.
So the benefits of working together in this collaborative manner mean that a lot of our trusts are finding that issues that they have locally are certainly not unique to themselves, and by working together they're able to develop common solutions to these common problems. After the initial 18-month period, these same trusts will embark on a second collaborative programme aimed at identifying patients with mild anemia before their surgery.
I think if I could have one wish, it would be that both of these collaboratives came forward as successful, and then we had a method of introducing these interventions across the NHS.
My one wish is that all the hard work that everyone's putting into this prevents even just one prosthetic joint infection, which is devastating and life-changing for a patient, as well as very costly for trusts to treat.
So I think if we can do that as a group, even for one patient, that would be fantastic. The reality is it's going to be a much larger group than that we're helping by working together in this way.